by night. Keep going crazy.
Hey, Booze, hey! Happy Monday! Happy Monday! I hope you guys had a great weekend. Like always, if you enjoy this content, please start off watching this video by liking and subscribing. Please also share. Please comment in the comment section. Say what's up to me in the chat. Let me know that you're listening. Also, if you have any tips for any videos, please feel free to send those to my Gmail. That's lexisexoduschannel@gmail.com. Also, before we get started, shout out to all of you who have donated. I really appreciate you guys. So thank you so much, Z1, for your donation. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for Precious. You are awesome. You are the bomb. I am so thankful for you guys and all the love that you show. Thank you so much for that. I know you guys do not have to do any of that. All I expect for you guys to do is to like and subscribe and to share and to engage with me. When you guys send donations, it blows me away every day. So I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, let's get to it. This is another installment of my daily series called the Blackistan Zoo, where we profile the animals, creatures, and dusty derelicts located in Blackistan. This series premieres Monday through Friday at 6:30 ET. Let's dive in. So today we're going to talk about Maria, y'all. So the profile of your Maria. So you can find her in LA, you can find her in Miami, and any other areas in the country with very high populations of Latinos. They're also oftentimes found in like your music videos, getting smutted out, twerking with these knickknacks. Their appearance. So, of course, your Maria is a Hispanic exotical Latina that they always talk about. Their behavior. So, your Maria is a Hispanic woman who's identified as a naked preference simply because Tyrones worship anything non-Black. And she's very similar to Becky. So Marias are rejected and dejected women within their own communities that their own men don't want. So they'll seek relationships and they'll seek, these romantic relationships with Tyrones who will pedestalize them and fetishize them because of their non-Black features. And because of this pedestalization and because knickknacks pump these Marias' heads up, these women erroneously think that they're better than Black women. But then we know, just like Becky, they'll get a harsh reality check when they are also cheated on, when they get beaten and abused, and when they get pumped and dumped and abandoned with children, like all the other women who Tyrone end up messing with. So notable Marias. So we've talked about Danny Lay previously, who made that Yellow Bone song, who wound up being the baby side chick. We know that she's discarded every time the baby's baby mom wants to take him back. She's also been pumped and dumped. So allegedly she's pregnant. Of course, she's embarrassed, so she hasn't said that publicly. But recent pictures have shown her with an obvious impregnated belly. Also, Sin Santana, who also is a Maria, who got with rapper Joe Budden, and ended up getting pumped and dumped as well by his dope fiend ass, and ended up just becoming a statistic, just like his previous baby mom, who was a Black woman. Also, Erica Mena, who dated Safari, who is Nicki Minaj's ex. They're currently going through a divorce. And we will talk about Erica Mena as well, and her falling in this Maria category. So let's get into it. I want to show you first off the mating call of your Maria and Tyrone, and just so you guys can have a better picture, a better idea of what that looks like. And this one is pretty funny. I don't know if you guys have seen this already, but we'll watch this and then we will chat. Okay. So if that wasn't bad enough, because Tyrone looked so foolish, there were multiple people recording this interaction between Tyrone and his Maria. So we also have another view of this nonsense. So let's look at this next clip that shows this mating call, this bizarre mating call between your Maria and your Tyrone. Yeah. I want you to know I really adore you. All my people know what's going on. Look at your baby and help me sing my song. Tell them I'm Do y'all see her? Do y'all see her? This Nignog is a whole damn weirdo. And this woman, this Maria, is very unattractive. She got her fupa out. She got her belly all out. She got a crop top on, looking 8 months pregnant. This man, just because he worships anything non-black, he loses it when he sees this beluga whale Maria. He loves that. He loves this. And of course, it's important to emphasize that he does not like obesity in black women. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it mistaken. If Keisha from the block walked in the club looking like this, he would clown that woman. But he sees her, he sees that fupa, and he sees Maria with her gut hanging out, and he loses his mind. Tyrone can't control himself, so he's pulling her hair and shit, trying to bang her back out on the dance floor. Everybody's laughing because he looks ridiculous. He doesn't care that he's in public. He sees Maria and loses it, is instantly in heat, and those animalistic instincts kick in immediately. So this is your typical Tyrone attraction to your Maria. He doesn't care if she's overweight, if she's obese. He loves anything non-black, even if she is a beluga whale and looks 9 months pregnant. This is what what Tyrones are attracted to and what they love. So let's look at this other instance of this Maria talking about why Tyrones prefer Latinas. And maybe this will help explain why they like them and why they're so insanely, innately attracted to them, even when they are bloated, even when they are morbidly obese. But let's watch this and then we will talk through.
Speaking to like the comparison of like black women and how they are raised versus Latinx women, you want to be treated nice. Like, as a man, you want your wife to, like, cook you a nice meal and share in the bond that comes with that, right? So, yeah, if you're going to be met by a girl who has a lot of attitude and is like, no, I'm not cooking for you, but cook for yourself. Like, why would you want that? I don't think that's necessarily a black versus white or Hispanic thing, but I'm so bad. I was like, it's a show bitch. That sounds so bad. But yeah, I mean, no one's gonna really want someone who's gonna approach them like a pit bull and be abrasive, right? Because they want to be appreciated. And if you want to be appreciated, you have to put yourself in a position to be appreciated. So yeah, there is no harm in cooking a nice meal, cleaning up the house, right? Because there is some benefit. Yes, I do know how to cook you a whole ass meal now. So, I'll let you know I will do happily. Like, there is some joy. There is a lot of joy in taking care of the people you care about, right? Whether it's your man, your kids, whatever. And I guess that's wife material. Which, so that I can do it, and I do it happily, too.
Okay, so y'all just heard that pick me Maria. That's a pick me, and it's obvious she's been listening to Minister Japp and all those other knick-knock talking points. She used the verbiage pit bulls and referred to black women as pit bulls. She sounds stupid. And she's talking on shit that she has no idea what she's talking about. And this clip is about a year old, but I wanted to utilize this and view this one because I think it's very relevant to this conversation. But how much do y'all want to bet if she did decide to mess with Tyrone's back then that she's been cheated on, she's been pumped and dumped since then, and she's been raked over the coals? And the crazy part, though, is that she really does believe this. So, like I said, these Nakers have pumped these Marias, these Beckys up, their heads up so much to really have them, make them believe and convince them that they have better attitudes than Black women, and that the reason why, Black women are pumped and dumped is, because of, as a direct result of their own behaviors. But we know that Becky is the highest growing group of single women. She's the new face of single motherhood. And we know that Maria, if they continue to go down this path and continue to mess with Tyrone, they will start to be pumped and dumped as well. So the crazy part is Nakers have all these preferences. So they'll prefer Becky, they'll prefer Maria, they'll prefer Myling. But the large majority of these groups of women don't prefer them. So I want to look at these next few videos of these preferences, making it clear that they are not interested in Nignogs, that they don't want anything to do with the world's least accomplished, the world's least respected, least desired men. So let's watch this first video. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? So I think this is very impactful and this is very powerful because we know that Tyrone's will salivate over Maria's, but here we see how they really feel. We see this Maria encountering a group of all different kinds of men coming from different cultures, different background, different ethnicities. And she's encountering all these different types of men, and she's happy until she comes across a Naker, and she is disgusted, and she spits him back out. And I think that is very symbolic, and that is very representative and illustrates what's really happening, because we know Maria would not, most Marias anyway, would not touch most Tyrones with a 10-foot pole. So unless you're Kobe Bryant, unless you're Dr. Dre, unless you have millions of dollars and are high profile, they don't want anything to do with these Nignogs. Okay, so here's another one, and this one is also a little bit older, but like I said, it's very relevant to today's conversation. This is one where a Tyrone asks a Maria her preference, and he gets very annoyed and very triggered when, she tells him it is not his Nignog ass. So let's watch this, and then we will unpack.
No.
What?
I don't like that, Amy.
You don't like what?
I don't like the fact that you're against dark-skinned people.
No one's against them.
You don't like dark-skinned guys. You're not attracted to them. That's what you're saying. Like, you're saying that you have a preference. And what is your preference?
Preference would probably be light skins or I'm picky Spanish dudes. Like I really don't know.
Picky Spanish.
I'm very picky. I'm very, very picky. Oh, you're an asshole for that.
Cool
You're
down.
an asshole. Oh. You're an asshole.
Because no, I have to cool you down. Do you hear yourself?
Yes,
Do you hear yourself?
I needed that.
Do you hear cool down?
Do I look good wet? Do I look good wet?
I mean,
shit.
You can't be racist like that.
No one's racist. No one's being racist. Go ahead. Ask another question.
I'm sorry, man, but you just upsetted me.
Upset it?
This stupid Nignog. This
I'm
stupid
sorry,
Tyrone.
guys. It just... I'm sorry.
Preference. Chill. I'm not
This
racist.
weirdo. He's such a weirdo.
What do you mean she did that well?
Don't be racist.
What do you mean she did that well?
I'm walking out.
What do you mean you did that well? Why you don't like white guys? Why you don't like white guys? What you mean? What you mean? Hold on, man. What you mean? Actually, stop. She hates me. Chill up, boy.
That don't make no damn sense. Do y'all see that mess? So this woman, this Maria, said what most Latin women think. The most Latinas, most Latin women prefer the men within their own race because they see the problematic behavior of Tyrone. They see that you're the world's leader when it comes to pump and dumping and abandoning mothers and the children that you create. They also see that you only make the medium amount that you Tyrones make is only $290 a week. They also see that 40% of you have been convicted of a felony. They also see that you're the world's biggest loser. So it would make sense for this Latin woman to say that she prefers her own men over the group of losers, the group of bottom feeding Tyrones. But this man gets triggered. This man gets triggered. And although he'll say, so he will vocally talk about his preferences. He'll vocally talk about how he loves non-Black women and how he prefers non-Black women. And that's fine. That's not racist. But when a Maria says, when a non-Black woman says that, then that's racist. Y'all see this mess? Tyrants are so delusional. And the reason is because they truly repeat these lies to themselves over and over again and really start to believe their delusions of grandeur about being the world's most desired men. So they'll tell themselves, yeah, I'm high value, even though the median amount most of us make is $14,000 a year. I'm high value, even though 40% of us have been convicted with felonies. They'll continue to say, I'm high value, even though we make up the majority of the homeless population. Even though we collectively have no resources, we have no assets, even though Tyrones don't possess anything of value, they'll still continuously tell themselves, I'm high value. So they really do believe these delusions of grandeur, and they get very, very surprised when these Marias reject them. So that's the bulk of your Maria. She's not interested in Tyrone. She understands and is very aware that he's the world's biggest loser. But let's actually look at a few Marias who unfortunately fall for the Dust Mite shenanigans and get caught up in their BS. So I wanted to show you guys this video that I found on Tanya TKO's channel where this Dusty takes a Maria out on a $600 date and gets upset with her and demands that she pays a portion of the date. I couldn't find this elsewhere. I couldn't find the original link. So we're going to watch this on Tanya's channel and then we will chat.
Let's look at what we have here. Oh my.
Man, that place was bomb. Hey, yep, I valeted over here.
Okay, thank you so much for the food.
What? Why you give me a hug? What?
Thank you.
I valeted over here, though.
Oh, you parked here?
Yeah, come on. I parked up here.
I already called me an Uber. You don't have
What?
to give me a ride.
What do you mean you called you an Uber?
Yeah, you don't have to give me a ride. I already called myself an Uber. Thank
Well,
you.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't coming with me? My crib? I don't know.
Your crib? I didn't know we were supposed to go.
I mean, I didn't either until you ordered that $600 meal.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
I mean, what you ordered? You don't understand that big old steak you just ordered?
Yeah.
And we didn't even get to see the Salt Bay, dude.
So
I'm saying, like, wait. So you're really trying to leave me?
I thought you had a good time overall.
I had a great time.
I thought we
That
were
wasn't the
seeing
thing.
too, but we didn't like.
That ain't the
end up
thing.
seeing
You
it.
gotta hear me out. That ain't the thing. I'm saying, like, I just wanted to come. I know dude from social media, so I thought we was gonna come and, I was gonna try a couple appetizers and stuff. But after you ordered the steak, I figured you was really into me, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, we're at this place where they have
Nah, man,
these
you don't
amazing.
get it, man.
They have
You don't
these
get it.
amazing steaks.
I mean, who you think I am, Big Meat? You think I'm Big Meat? You know?
Why would you bring me here then?
What do you mean? You recommended this. Why would you bring me here? I said I wanted to go on a date. We could have walked around, hold hands on South Beach or something. You know what I'm saying? I could have got you a rose or something simple.
Don't make me feel bad about.
No. Make me feel bad. How am I making you feel bad? I'm just saying, maybe we can go get some booze. I'm not trying to saying that you should come to my house, but you could come to my house. I'm just saying, I ain't saying come to my house. I just thought we was kicking it after that, not just this hour, and then we done.
You know what? You just wasted.
Oh my God! You know what?
You're wasting.
You know what? I got this. Let's figure this out right now. You know what I'm saying? Time out. Time out. Come here. Let's figure this out. Hey, how about this? Okay, so I left the tip. So check this out. You give me 250. Look at, we're gonna make this real easy. I'll unfollow you. I'll unfollow you on Instagram. You give me 250, and I'll act like this never happened. Yeah, this is just half of your tip. This is not even. This is way more. That's actually way less than what I actually want from it.
Dude,
I really want like 5.
You've been begging me to go on a date with you for 3 months.
I know, and I literally just regretted it. I literally just regretted it.
Just told you.
Oh my gosh!
To go on a date with you. Do you understand?
Do you think that's gonna?
Do you see what this is right now?
You know what? I'm going. Go get out of here. You ordered the most expensive steak. You better get your bro. All right, I'm going.
All right. You know what? Listen.
Oh, my Lord. So enough of that, Dusty. So this Dust Mite takes Maria to this restaurant, the Salt Bay restaurant. He's gone viral and has recently opened up a steakhouse where I know I've seen checks that have easily totaled thousands of dollars. So he took her there. He took his Maria there. Now she's ready to go home, and his broke ass is asking her to pay half the bill. Y'all see this mess? So he's upset. He's triggered. This is your Tyrone, though, because we know that they like to trick off money. They love to spend money on frivolous things just to look like something that they are not. So they'll spend all this money on lavish vacations, on luxury cars, on designer items, designer clothing, designer shoes, things like that, trying to look rich instead of actually doing the things to actually be wealthy. And so this is why he's upset. He took her to this expensive restaurant that he knows he can't afford. Now that she's not going home with him, he's upset and he's demanding the money back because he's dusty. And my Naker ex used to do this BS. He probably still does to this day. I don't know. I don't really keep tabs on him. But I know when we were dating, he would always try to buy the bar. And it's like, but your broke ass done got 6 eviction notices because you paid the rent late every other month this past year. And this is what they do. They love to trick off money that they can't really afford. And I would be willing to bet this man wasn't on camera, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had on a Louis Vuitton belt or something, or some Christian Louis Vuitton shoes or something else that he can't afford with a negative bank account and a negative net worth. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to look at before we head out is Erica and Safari. So these, if you're not familiar with Erica and Safari, they both are reality stars, so struggle stars. I believe they're both on Love and Hip Hop. So Safari is a struggle artist who is also Nicki Minaj's ex. And Erica is also a struggle IG model, and I think she may have dabbled too in music. Who knows? But anywho, both of these Dusties got married a few years ago. Now she's currently pregnant with their second child. She's a Maria. And not surprisingly, she's recently filed for divorce after just 2 years. And so, yeah, so here they are. So are we surprised, y'all? Are we surprised? Because this is what Nakers like to do. So reportedly, details have come out that allegedly Safari knocked up a mistress outside of him and Erica's marriage. So this Nog is having a side baby while his whole Maria wife is pregnant and is carrying their second child. But this is what Nakers do. So we know Safari, when he was with Nicki Minaj, it's like, dude, you were broke. She was a breadwinner. She was the biggest female rapper at the time. So she's definitely a high value woman, a great catch. She's a multimillionaire, beautiful woman. She's Grammy nominated, extremely talented, extremely successful. All this Nick Nog had to do was keep his peen in his pants and continue riding his coattails. But these dumb niggas can't even do that. They can't even be a leech, right? And I swear the term can't win for losing was coined simply to describe these knee to the neck nakers. He cheated. So we all know he cheated on Nicki Minaj, got kicked to the curb, even though she was way out of his lane, way out of, his tax bracket. Honestly, she could have done much better. He cheated on her. And so she moved on. He married Maria shortly after and then did the same damn thing. So he cheated on her too, and unfortunately got someone pregnant. And I was listening to Sinji, and I talked about this last week, but last week Brad called in and he said a number of things that were very profound and very impactful. But a few things that really stood out to me that I remembered while reading this story about this dust mite cheating on his Maria is he said part of the reason Nakers are losers is because they have too much leisure time. They have too much free time. So Brad talked about how he's too busy in boardrooms. He's too busy making major business decisions, trying to figure out how to build and how to cultivate resources. He's way too busy to cheat. And he also said that he doesn't understand how, nignogs will keep irresponsibly having children. And one thing he said that I thought was particularly profound is although he's married and although he's been married for years, he still uses condoms with his whole damn wife because they don't want more kids. And it's like, this is a very successful married man who can afford children and who's married and has that familial nuclear family unit. But still, he is using protection and they're using contraception because they don't want to have more children. And it's like, sheesh, nignog. If this man can do that when he's married and has all this money and all these resources, you mean to tell me you can't do that with the side chick? You can't wrap your D up? But that's Nakers for you. It's too much like right. So it really doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me because, like I said, Maria is going to experience that same humiliation, that same embarrassment of getting pumped and dumped and of getting cheated on and experiencing being a stepmom to side babies and illegitimate children that these big dogs have during their marriage. The crazy part, though, is that they've only been married for 2 years, y'all, and already they're in divorce court because of a damn side baby. So that's your Maria, guys. That's your Maria. An interesting thing that, I noticed while reading some of these stories is I struggle a lot when I talk about these preferences, especially when they get abused or something. And especially when, they've lost their lives at the hand of these Tyrones. And it's really because I'm an empath. I'm also a former mammy, so I'm very transparent about that. So my first reaction is to feel sorry for these women and to be empathetic. And I think that most Black women listening can relate because we've been indoctrinated to have that cape on and to save everybody. We've been conditioned all our life to be super mammy and to save everybody. And I think that it's important to be patient with yourself. We've been indoctrinated and conditioned all of our life to cape for these fools. And it didn't take a day to get conditioned to be in that mindset. So it's not going to take a day to be delivered from that. So just remind yourself of that. I also try to remind myself of the fact that these Marias, they drink the Kool-Aid that Tyrone gives to them about being better options. They truly do think that Black women are just too masculine. We saw just a second ago, one of them call Black women pit bulls. They truly do think they are better. So they deserve this maltreatment. Also, remember that, when you get your ass flipped by Tyrone or when you get pumped and dumped and abandoned and now you're a single mother, none of these women feel sorry for you. These preferences don't care. They're simply saying, well, Black women aren't worthy of marriage. That's why they're getting pumped and dumped statistically. And Black women are mouthy and they have bad attitudes. And that's why they're getting their ass beat. So remind yourself of that when you see these sad stories of, them experiencing the same abuse and the same mistreatment that we experience, because this simply is karma playing out. And here's my thing. You can't fix your mouth to speak against Black women. Black women who have birthed all of mankind, Black women who possess the Eve gene, and we're the mother of all you bitches. Y'all can't speak against that. Y'all can't speak against that divinity. You can't speak against that regal nature and that innate etherealness. You can't speak against that and then expect not to experience any repercussions. So ladies, like I said, when you start to feel bad for these women and start to feel empathetic, just think what they would say to you, what they would, how they would respond if you were in similar situations, and just respond the same way and say, you should have chosen better, Maria. Okay, so that's your Maria. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed creating this video. Until next time, see you guys. Bye.
Fellas, if y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.